People, hopefully everybody is doing good. Thanks to the Almighty for giving us this another opportunity that we may get to learn and get better all day, every day. So this on Friday trade review, and I will be talking what I did see, how I did trade price, and uh, see what happened on Friday. So on Friday over here, what you can see. By the way, I have two major lessons that I got to learn from Friday. Number one is patience. I got to prove that when I'm patient, I tend to be the price action for me tends to be more cleaner after I've maybe waited for my sessions to start. I'll be off less pressure, and I'll be my mental clarity will be 100%, right? Rather than when I start looking at the charts before my trading time, so which makes me even more confused, and price action kind of confusing, right? So number one lesson that I got to learn on Friday is that patience really pays, despite you can see the losses from my charts, and but patience really pays. And also trust in your instincts. Do what you first when you are fresh, or when you started reading the charts. When maybe let me use myself. When I started reading price, whatever I want to see price do, I should stick to that, rather than after I'm seeing price trace, I'm in a hurry maybe to take off the trade or to cancel the limit that I had in place. Just trust, let me trust my instincts and let the market play. All right. So yeah, let's get cracking. So it was on Friday. As you can see, I had two trades for card JPY. One wasn't triggered, but one wasn't triggered, so I cancelled the trigger. And the other one is I was I didn't really trust my instincts. I had a key level which I was watching, right? Then after I'd seen market try to retrace, right? So I did take a trade. I had by the I had two limits. One a buy limit. I guess you can see it over here. It wasn't triggered. I'll show you. It wasn't triggered. So market rallied higher. When I'd seen this rally higher with everything being respected, I cancelled the trade. This limit. So I wasn't tapped in. Number two, had this other trade here, a sell limit. I'll go to the higher time frames and show you what I had thought about that time, right? When I excuse me, guys, when I how I did reason, and I decided that my sell limit should be there. So I had to sell limit, but I took one trade that ended up to be a negative, right? Because afterwards I did also cancel this trade because of what I had seen here in this price action over here. So that's why I'm saying patience pays, and also trust whatever you have maybe what trust your instincts, and whatever you had analyzed, just trust it, and let the market play off, right? So let's get cracking and show you how I did end up being either way. So one so over here I just started off at the 4 hour time frame, and you can see this 4 hour inversion fair value gap is from this fair value gap. These BCB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficient. Why do we call it a busy buy side? You can see the sell side has been offered, but over here from this level we had a slight buy side being offered, but we can see this gap from this high to the other side is lacking the buy side. So over here I'd seen the buy side being offered, and I saw these candles were respecting were respecting these 4 hour fair value gap buy. You can see these candle closed below the main threshold or the consequent encroachment of this 4 hour inversion fair value gap. These other opened and closed not only below the 4 hour consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, but also outside this 4 hour in this 4 hour inversion fair value gap. Right, you can see its closure is slightly below. So after I watched this candle, so to me this was confirmations that we might be going lower, right? So I also had a key study, right, whereby I'm seeing over here, I can see the low of this candle. I don't want to delete any stuff because I'll be elaborating how I did use it. So you can see this candles low around this zone. We can see a line here. So this is the low of this candle, and I'd seen an overlap over here, meaning the 4 hour doesn't have we have no reason for price to rally higher. So I dropped. It was a key study for me. Maybe how will the market react? Okay, how the market react to this scenario. Will it obey the the higher time frames, or maybe the lower, maybe the 1 hour? Maybe if there is a fair value gap, what will happen? So it was a key study for me, and that I did see, and I was watching it, and it did play out well. So also here we had this 2 hour mitigation block. So this was a key level for me. Will price react of these mitigation block? I'll show you the mitigation block I'm talking about. So this bullish order block has been violated by candle closure below the low. So over here we have this candle closing below this order block. So it was a bullish order block, but now it has been violated. So to me it's a mitigation block. So what I did see is I wanted to watch this key level. Will price maybe tap into it, then retrace lower, or what will happen? And if it reacts off that level, why should it do that? Because we have this 1 hour price leg, from which I had my premium level and my discount level from the high to the low. I'd seen this retracement, and I wanted the scenarios I was watching are, will price react of these mitigation block, this 2 hour mitigation block, or will it go to premium, then will it sell off, right? So I decided to stick with what I know. Price, if we are sellers, we want to sell in premium, right? So I stick with that. And what I did see is, I did see this candle closing above this 1 hour week, above the consequent encroachment of this week. So to me it was a bullish trade. So I was looking for my entry as this was retracing down. That's when, from the 15 minutes time frame, so I'll get rid of this because I've talked about it. So from this 15 minutes time frame, I got to we had these good fair value gap that had been laid there. I placed my sell limit here, which I don't know whether due to spread I wasn't tapped into in the MT5. I wasn't tapped into, but you can see market had already tapped into these fair value gap over here. Then we had this rally higher. I had a 1 to 2, yeah, and that's what I always recommend. And what I did consider is, I wanted the market to tap into this fair value gap over here. So I placed slightly at the low of this fair value gap, this 15 minutes fair value gap from this candle's low, this candle's hand. I wasn't tapped into. I saw the market rally but didn't tap my TP, so the market rallied again lower sharply. By this time I had cancelled off because I had seen the price action over here, so maybe the market could have tapped me in and gone into a loss, and maybe my TP could be taken out. So that was my reasoning. So I cancelled my buy limit, but the market could have tapped me into now. Then we had our TP hit, market rallied into this 15 minutes fair value gap, from where I had my sell limit. So I wanted to see the market tap into this because I had my sell limit inside this 15 minutes fair value gap. Maybe price could balance these, so my stop was above this level. But after I had seen this retracement also lower, because of maybe fear or war, I don't know, it was fear, and I'd seen this sharp rally that had closed below these below this 1 hour fair value gap. Going to the higher time frames, I saw a candle close below the, yeah, this candle closed below the 1 hour fair value gap. So to me, I didn't think market would rally higher and tap me in, so I did cancel that trade also. But one thing, I was kind of impulsive of the second trade. So after I had seen these rally lower, right, we had this rally lower, I think, let me look for why I did enter at that place. Yeah, we had a slight fair value gap here. You can see the market rallied lower, right? Used the 1 hour fair value gap as support, then as a resistance, I mean, then we can see it's rally lower. So I spotted a slight fair value gap around these, so that's where I had my sell limit, with my stop being above above the mean threshold of this week, right? And that was paired with the mean threshold or the consequent encroachment of this 1 hour fair value, but I was tapped out. The good thing, I don't know whether it was good, but as the trade closed, I could have been negative because the market could have tapped us into our sell limit, sell for a while, then retrace higher. So it's kind of yeah, it was good, but if I could have been patient with this trade, then I will be negative for this trade. So that's how I did read price. And one thing I'm spotting is, it is always good never to be married to your buyers, as I've always said, because just read the price action. If in this scenario I would have read this price action over here, whereby we have everything balanced below, and we had this 1 hour candle close above the mean threshold of this, so above the consequent encroachment of these candles, the upper wick consequent encroachment, and also a closure above this 1 hour inversion fair value gap, it should be a confirmation that we might be going higher. So, and what can we see? Market rallied lower. This other candle could be a bit confusing, but with these we should be kind of 50-50, because this candle has not only closed above the midpoint of this 1 hour fair value gap, but also this week's midpoint. So price rallied up into this order block, then we can see this rally higher. So it's always recommended and good to always confirm from the higher time frames what the price is doing. So that's how I did with my one trade that went off negative, and I had another trade that I was watching. So I decided to do these, like I will be having only two trades that I'll be watching, not two pairs I'll be watching, and Nothing much, nothing really less. Two pairs I'll be watching per day, right? And over here I have the USD JPY, and I want to talk about it because I saw clean price action. And let's start from the daily time frame. We had this fair value gap that haven't been filled yet. This also, so that's the daily fair value gaps, and we can see over here this candle had closed above these 4 hour. As we will drop lower and see these are this orange zone is a 4 hour inversion fair value gap. This daily had closed, meaning it will be used at support to support prices higher to these key levels. So on Thursday we can see how it played out. Tapped into, left a fair value gap there, so I was watching this daily fair value gap, and I dropped to the lower time frames, maybe I dropped to the 4 hour, and that's why waiting until a key level, sorry, some instinct over here. So that's why, like, patience, I really was patient until I saw this candle close. I wasn't in a hurry to be in trade after this candle closed at around 5, right? And waited for these to close. Was it really fast? Yeah, uh, around, I was watching the markets around uh 8 a.m. New York time. So this candle was in the process, but you can see this candle had already given me the story, because I'd seen these clear of liquidity over here. This high had been cleared, then we had this candle rally lower that closed below, fully engulfing this candle and also closing below these order blocks. So to me, I wanted to see price retrace to this 4 hour inversion fair value gap, or this daily fair value gap inside this 4 hour inversion fair value gap, then continue a rally higher. So dropping to the 3 hour time frame, a case study also over here, and we had these was it a 3 hour, maybe a drop, I mislabeling. So yeah. Why did I label this 3 hour? Did I move it or what happened? Maybe I did move it, because this is the 3 hour from that candles. Yeah, so we have this 3 hour in fair value gap. Also, I don't know why I'm getting, oh yeah, sorry guys. So I'm getting confused, guys. Okay, that's the 3 hour inversion fair value gap. So I was watching the same scenario, whether price would react of this 3 hour fair value gap rather than going to premium, then rally lower, right? So I had two scenarios of watching, whether price will react of this 3 hour and rally lower, or price will retrace to premium then rally lower. And inside the 2 hour, that we have this large fair value gap from this candle side to this candle slope, but I'll go with the higher time frame, which is the 3 hour. So I also dropped to the 1 hour time frame, and that's when I spotted this clean fair value gap here that was in premium, right? So After watching these candles close above these weak midpoint, so to me this was a bullish sign that we might be heading higher, but I was nearly stopped out. But the good my stop loss, I guess, was at the right place. I put it at these how can I call it, these rejection block over here. Then a market from the lower time frames, you can see we had these 15 minutes value gap that was created. Market rallied higher, sharply retraced lower, rallied lower, slightly took us out, but my stop was below this order block, right below this rejection block, and at the low of the order block. Then we can see the market rallied higher, took our TP, then tapped into the consequent encroachment of that 1 hour 1 hour fair value gap, tapped into this fair value gap here, tapped my sell limit. Then you can see how it did play out well, rallied lower. I don't know, 1225. I guess my trade, I've taken my partials. I took my partials at around this candle and also over here, because I thought it will rally higher. I took and left a 0.5 lot running, so I'll maybe if it reverses, for now my stop is from my entry. Now I placed my stop at this high. If I'm taken out, well and good, I'll be taken out in profit. So something also I'll be watching is whether if we have a 1 hour fair value gap like this, and also have a fair value gap above, will the market rally above, tap into this, then rally lower? Some instances we have a weak tap into this and then a rally lower, right? But some cases the higher time frames will be respected, but it's something worthwhile to study. So that was it for Friday. I had good Friday, good Friday to learn, yeah. And I did draw my lessons from them: patience and also trusting my instincts. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, so that we may grow as a community. Until next time, guys, bye bye.